Now let's go to number 2, okay? Let me delete this. Bring up my number 2 for our how-to. Who's ready? You guys, I kid you not. Let me just say right now, I've already purchased both these items that I'm showing. So you're going to want to buy them. I'm just saying. Sherry said, start over now because I didn't put the number 1 up. It's okay. Forgive me. I'm getting better at 3 at 3 every day. All right. So let me just say, this deal of the day you are not going to want to miss out on. Just saying. All right. So let me move this over. I'll do this the best I can. Woof. I don't want to get you guys like sick from moving the camera. Let me move my stuff here. Okay. And you get to see my lovely camera. We do our virtual classes here. So, all right. Let me pull this up actually. How many of you, so if you watched Mondays, I talked about half square triangles with a ruler, okay? I am going to show another half square triangle thing, but it's not what you think it is. All right? It's not what you think it is. How many of you do not like pinning? I hate pins. Absolutely hate them. I wish I could just sew without them. Sometimes I do. It doesn't always work out because I need something to hold my fabrics together. But honestly, I hate pins so much. I've got a solution. How many of you have heard of the Acorn precision piecing set? How many of you have heard this? If you were in our Alaska quilt event, you know exactly what this is. Let me pull these up. Acorn precision piecing products. Say that 5 times fast. I'm not going to do that for you. This is amazing. Amazing, okay? All right, let's get to it. So this little thing right here is a glue. You're going to glue, hold on a second. Someone was trying to call me. Okay, this is a glue that substitutes pinning. Yep, I just said it. Substitutes pinning. And I'm going to show you how well I can get my seams to lay flat with this thing right here, okay? I'm also going to show you this lovely iron. Sorry, it's hot, or else I would hold it the other way, but I'm going to burn myself. So, steam fast iron, okay? Those are the things I'm showing you today. And I will tell you, this will change your life. This will change your quilting and piecing life forever, okay? So, let's get started. I've already sewn up a couple, and I'm going to show you in a bit what they look like. But here I have my half square triangles, and I'm going to make, my triangles to make a half square triangle, okay? Now, normally we would pin, right? We put the 2 right sides together, pin in the middle, then go out, then go out. You might end up having like 3 to 5 pins, and I don't like pins. So let me show you how this works, okay? And Jennifer Roycroft, if you're out there, you were the one that inspired me. So hopefully I do this justice. If not, I want you to go to our Alaska quilt event and watch how she uses this here. Anyways, this is a glue that you're gonna put right along. I'll do it on this piece of fabric. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna just do a little dab of glue. Don't go all the way, Don't do like a straight line because you don't want that much glue. You just want a little bit of glue along that. And this is a brand new bottle, so I'm having to squeeze it with both hands. Stacy had to help me open it. It was a little tricky, but let me tell you, we got it taken care of. Okay, so I have my fabric face up. I've put little dabs of glue along the top. I'm going to place my other piece, right side down. Now I'm going to take my steam fast iron and press. You don't iron like this, you just press, remember? Okay, and you want it to let sit for maybe 10 to 15 seconds. I don't do it for that long, but just depends. Okay, so now I've got both pieces sealed together, but don't think, maybe you accidentally missed a point right there and it's not straight. Well, guess what? You just pull it right apart. Does nothing to it. It doesn't ruin your fabric. This glue doesn't ruin your fabric. It doesn't ruin your iron either. That's what's amazing. I'm going to talk more about this iron in a little bit, but all right, I'm going to do this again because I obviously pulled the glue apart. Okay, come on, Jess. You're on live TV. Come on. All right, there we go. Okay, so you just do a few dabs of glue. Put your other piece right side down, right on top of it. Take your iron and press. Dee, I talked about you. You need to watch this video again. I talked about you at the beginning of 3 at 3. You, Debbie, and Jennifer. So fun. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go to my sewing machine. Ooh, I'm doing the best I can. Okay. Betty Jo asked, does it wash out? Yeah, it'll wash out. It's just basically like a temporary hold in place of pins, okay? So now I'm just gonna sew. I didn't have to start and stop and start and stop. So then, for the pins, right? I could just go straight through. Imagine if you're chain piecing all of these, you just glue them all at the beginning and then you don't run out of pins, right? Like if you had a bunch of pins, you'd have to wait for a couple blocks, then start pinning them again because I don't know about you, but I lose my pins a lot. Whereas this method, you can just go ahead and sew. So awesome. Okay. Andrea asked, does it cause your needle to get junky? No, actually. And I think Jennifer could tell us too. She's used this on an entire quilt before, and I'm going to show you the quilt. And she didn't have any problems with her needle. So, awesome. Excuse me. All right, so now I've got my half square triangle. And I'm going to take like a pin of some sort, or, you know, I would use a stiletto at this point, but I don't have one. So if you have a stiletto, this is a great time to use it. And basically what you're going to do is just run it along inside that seam and just kind of pull apart the fabric because it is glued together just a little bit, but it's not very much. Like you barely have to tug it at all. So this would be a lot faster with the stiletto, my friends. Just saying. I would get a stiletto for this. Or you could use a pin, but the pin pokes through the fabric, which I don't really like. It gets stuck. Marianne said, for matching up seams, it is the best ever invented. Yes. You're gonna see. Okay, so I pulled these apart. Now, I'm gonna lay this flat, and I wanna show you what it looks like if I don't use this the Easy Press pen. Okay, I'm going to show you before and after. So before, I'm just going to press open my seams. And actually, I was surprised that we were pressing opening our, oh my gosh. We were pressing open our seams during the Alaska quilt event. But she tells you why. And I really like it. So go look at Jennifer's event. Okay, so you see this. Okay, it's pressed pretty well, but can you kind of tell it's not super flat? Like, it's kind of hard to tell on. Okay, right here. So it's not very flat. You can kind of see a wave going, all right? I'm going to turn this to the back. I'm going to take my Easy Press pen, and I'm just going to dab it along this line, okay? Not a ton. Oh, I didn't get any on that side. Okay. And now, you ready for this? You saw the before. Now I'm going to press, not iron, remember? Just press. And you're gonna see how flat this seam is going to be. Okay, look at that. Now when I lay it down, can you already tell that it's flatter? Oh my goodness. Look at that. I love this. And as you're putting these blocks together and you start sewing them along, you're gonna see that your points, ooh, I should sew this. You know what, I'm gonna sew this. But I'm not going to pin, I'm going to glue. Okay, I'm just gonna glue a little bit, just a few drops. Gonna place this down. And yes, I would trim, but I just don't have time. And I'm going to press this down, okay? All right, I'm gonna hurry and sew this. Be right back. All right. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of bulk here. Oh well. Oh well, right? So now I'm going to open my seams, and like I said, there's just a little bit of glue residue in the middle where you're just gonna have to open it. You guys, you're like, you're doing quilting wrong. You should have trimmed those up beforehand. Yeah. I'll do that eventually. All right, so I'm just gonna press it with my iron first because I want to show you a before. Okay, so there's my before. It's not as flat as I want it to be. All right, you can see that it's got a little wave right there. Now I'm gonna take my pressing pen, literally just like, oh, I just got it all over me. You're just gonna, like Jennifer said, you're gonna plunge it, okay? Now, I'm just gonna press it, and it might stick to your iron just for a second, but look, the iron, it doesn't stay on the iron, and I wanna tell you about this iron too. How awesome it is. Okay, now I've done that. And look how flat it is, you guys. Oh my goodness. It is so, you guys, this changed my life. And your points are gonna be exact because you're not messing with any pins. they're gonna lay flatter because you're not having to stop and start again when you go up to a pin. You're just going straight through with no stops or hiccups. Isn't that so cool? Acorn Precision Piecing System. This is just a refill for this. These two things are revolutionary, you guys. Love these. Now, I want to talk about the iron real quick. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going over 30 minutes. Is that okay? Is that okay? Don't fire me, okay? Steam fast iron. Let me turn this off so I don't burn myself. That's a good idea, Jess. Okay. So, this steam fast iron, I want you to notice it's so tiny. It fits right in the palm of my hand. It gets really hot. For a small iron, it is so hot. But what I like about this is the residue, it's super easy to clean if you get something on the iron, okay? It slides, like as you clean it, you slides right off. So awesome. And it has a little button to start the steam. So if you want to lock the steam, you're gonna press it down. To unlock it, you just press it again, and the steam, oh, if only you could hear it. Oh, it made my block look even better. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, you guys need to see this in person. This is so awesome. I love this because when you're doing small piecing, you're not having the big, let me pull this over. You're not having, oh, just moved everything. Okay. The big bulky iron. This is huge. I like this better. So then you can easily get into like your corners for pressing. And it's portable too. You can just throw it in your bag. You don't have to lug this giant thing around everywhere. Steam fast iron gets really hot. The steam on it is insane. I'm just telling you. It is so, you need it for quilting. That's all I'm just gonna say, okay? Yes, and Betty Jo says it also has a great weight to it, so it presses well. Yes, it's not like you would think smaller, lighter. It's about the same weight as the big one, which I really like. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I bought both of these today, so I'm so excited. So the Acorn Precision Piecing Set and this steam fast iron. Love them both because I hate pinning, and I like having the small iron that just fits right in my hand. I can take it anywhere with me, and man, does this baby work really well. Okay. All right, that's my demo. I'm so sorry I went over the 20 minutes. My bad.